Welcome back, everybody. So I've got a little problem. We're looking at two shelves off one of my storage units, and everything on these two shelves are packages full of tools that have been shipped to me from online auctions. The problem is most of these packages are 6 to 12 months old, and I don't really know what's in each one, and I'm not sure how to find out before I open them. My intentions were to have these as tool hauls, but as I bought more stuff locally, these things kind of got pushed to the back burner. So today we're going to do a bit of a mystery tool haul. I'm going to grab a few packages, open them up, and we're going to find out what's in them. If I can track down what I paid for them, I will flash it on the screen. Let's take a look. Start things off, we have a smaller box from February. Let's see what's in it. Okay, looks like we got some machinist tools here. Not a bad start. I guess I would consider this like a protractor. Looks like it might actually be for measuring angles for high-speed steel cutters. On the back here it says Warner Swayze, I guess, and Tourette Lathes, Cleveland, Ohio. Next piece out of the box is this spanner wrench. I don't see any markings on it. Next up is a wedge that's definitely been hammered in a few times. Next up we have a Starrett 299, and I believe this is a, you clamp this onto a straight edge ruler. We have another like angle finder, and I can just make out that it says Union Tool on the back. We have a drill bit in here with a Morse taper end on it. And I believe it's Greenfield, I believe the company is. And we also have this Starrett number 4 thread pitch gauge. Up next is a tap handle. I don't see any sort of markings on it. I have a couple different brass punches in here. Look like they've been well used, but I'll definitely clean those up and put them back to use. Looks like there's one more down in here. Also have this Crowder chisel. Looks to be in pretty good shape. And then we have another one of these Morse taper drill bits. I can't quite make out the name. It does say USA. Looks like a center punch down here, or a different style punch that was ground into a center punch. Another one here. This one's a Thor 1/4 inch. I'm gonna guess all these were once some other style punch and just ground down. Next up I think is what's called a centering bit. 3/16. Have what's left of a gape chisel, I believe. Not seen a brand on that one. Looks like it's been reground quite a few times. Then we have this Starrett. It looks like 178, I believe. And I believe this is just a small radius gauge. Have another angle gauge. This one is a Starrett. Oh, this is a good find. It's a micrometer wrench. I get quite a few micrometers that don't have a wrench with them. Then we have a Starrett 172A, little thickness gauge or feeler gauge. And then a Starrett 172B, it's also a thickness gauge, but it just has a much longer blade on, maybe about a 4-inch blade on these. I have a little ruler here. This looks like it would go to a depth gauge. It's a Starrett number 330, 6-inch. We have another one of these small rules here, 6-inch rule. This is Starrett 331, and like I said before, I believe this goes to like their depth gauge. And the last item in the box here is a Starrett 272. And this is going to be another radius gauge, I believe. I don't know if that's the official name for it, but pretty sure that's what this is. And that's the end of the first mystery box. Pretty good start. This one has me a bit curious because it's only 11 ounces. It was sent in January of this year. There's bubble wrap inside. Not sure what's in the bubble wrap. Looks like some adjustable wrenches. And that's exactly what they are. Some of the 4-inch variety. First one up here is a Crescent from Jamestown. Crestalloy. Seems to be working pretty well. These are some of my favorites, the little 4-inchers. Next is basically the same wrench, except this one has the plating on it. The first one was just the bare steel. Also Jamestown. And the next one is actually a Williams, super adjustable, or super adjustable, I guess. This one is definitely worn and weathered. And let's see the last one here. Oh, this one's actually a Napa AW4. This one just looks kind of dirty. Looks like it's a little rusty, but looks like it could be cleaned up. Oh, AW4 part number. Is that going to be made by New Britain? Next one up here is from January 25. Craftsman sockets. I won't go through them all. They're all basically the same. This one is marked with a B. Would like to have like a full set of these one day. And that first one is actually marked with a BE. The E was just not stamped very well. So I don't know if these are all BE series. All the ones I've seen so far are BE. This one's a Circle H. Another Circle H. Another BE. So yeah, that era. So everything in the bag is going to be from that era. This is actually a double square. So yeah, one day I hope to have a full set in good shape. Alright, this next one is from January 25. Another lot of adjustables. First one up is a 6-inch diamond Damalloy. Next we have a Proto 8-inch. This one's actually in really good shape. And looks like Craftsman's next up, 8-inch. Another Craftsman down here, a little bit older one. Another 8-inch Circle Y. And then we have a 4-inch diamond. That's a good find. I do collect diamond tools. I don't think I have a 4-inch adjustable. This one is a little bit dirty, but otherwise it's in pretty good shape. So that's definitely a keeper. Also have the 6-inch Crescent. And it looks like the last one in here. Ooh, it's a True Craft. This is a Japan. One needs a little cleanup. It's a little stiff. But yeah, some of the Japanese tools were pretty good. So that's it for that box. Alright, this one's pretty current. From March of this year. Oh, those look interesting. Alright, let's see here. Matador. It's a DIN 895 Mercedes wrench, 810 millimeter. Another Mercedes 1417. This is a Dawadat. Sure I'm butchering that name, but another Matador, Mercedes. Maybe these are all Mercedes wrenches. Another one. I always like this style wrench. Just kind of look, I just like the design, the look of it, I guess. It's a Heiko Mercedes. These are probably from toolkits. Another Dawadat. And the last one here is another Dawadat. Sorry if I'm really butchering that, but all Mercedes, all probably from toolkits. Next one up here is from January 25. This one's really heavy, so I think it's just going to be all wrenches or all sockets. So it is almost all sockets, so I'm not going to bore you with the details. Looks like everything I'm seeing is made in the USA. There's SK in here, Indestro, Armstrong. There's a Wright Universal. So we won't go through all the sockets, but I do see a ratchet or two buried at the bottom here. So actually only one ratchet at the bottom, but there's an SK extension, per brand sliding breaker bar, 1/4 inch drive, Isco 1/4 inch extension, SK 1/2 inch extension. There was also this Isco 1/4 inch drive spinner handle. Never had one of those before. And then the ratchet down there, which I thought was originally going to be an SK, actually ended up being a Husky. This is a USA made Husky. Round head, fine tooth. Sounds like it's working quite well. But I'll have to dig through more to see if there wasn't something else in there that caught my eye. Okay, we'll do one more. This one was delivered in February 25. I swear good things come in these small packages. The big ones usually have just a bunch of wrenches. Alright, first thing out of the box here is a Milwaukee box cutter. This is the one I use. This one actually has the little 1/4 inch drive for the different bits you can put into it. The one I use doesn't have that, but main reason why I wanted this when I bought the rest of it is that I use them every day, and it's good to have a few, and so you have one in every spot. Alright, next up we have a little nipper, being that it's made in Germany. I'm sure I know the brand. Should be a Knipex or Knipex, and it is. Little nipper. Looks like the blade's in pretty good shape. Handles are a little worn through. And what do we got here? This is a no-name. I would say this is more like a nail puller. I think that's what that's for. And if I recall, the last piece here is the reason why I wanted this lot. And that's going to be the Klein tools with the flag on it. This is a D213-9NE. Looked to be in really good shape, almost like new. Even the bare steel is still in great shape. A lot of times I'll have a little bit of rust, but this one's in great condition. I think I actually bought this lot off of Whatnot. So of course we only opened 4 or 5 packages today. As you could see, I probably had 50 of them on my shelving unit. We will go through the rest in videos down the road, but that's going to be all for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.